betwixt the ruby seas, deep in the eye of the storm, a bastion of beef and hope lies nestled in the sand. 4 men almost lost to the deep now find tranquility within its walls. And now they're inviting you in for a tale unlike anything you've ever heard before.
Well, boys, Halloween season is over. It's just the 4 of us again, here on this lonely isle that hopefully we'll be escaping sometime soon, God willing.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, I'm on a boat.
Bye.
I'm on a boat. We're gonna go from the lonely isle and.
I hope you guys are so for our next year's BeefBoys theme. We're changing the set to be SNL.
Yeah,
we're gonna be on the set of SNL for an entire year.
SNL set's
we're just gonna be mad unfunny for an entire year.
We were gonna like purposely
much like
write
Elon
the
Musk, we're
going
to be painfully unfunny, but pretend like we're not.
Speaking of Elon Musk, comedy is legal on Twitter now.
Does that mean I can say the N-word, Uncle Andrew?
Wait, Andrew, is that a real?
500%.
Hold on, am I missing something, or is that a real Andrew opinion?
No,
Elon
Musk tweet.
Yeah, Elon tweeted
okay.
that.
I thought you had switched teams real quick, and you were like, "Oh man, this
you guys,
is
my
epic."
papa did it. I love him.
Andrew is part of the 500% increase in N-word usage this weekend.
Andrew was down
We were
2-0 on capture the flag on 2 forts, so he opened the fucking team switch and jumped over.
Yeah. I'm playing both sides. That way I'm always the
I'm
winner.
with Musk now. Team Musk, baby.
I will say that 500%, Jesus Christ, that 500% increase in N-words, I noticed that, and they were pretty much all like bot accounts. Like, it was very strange because like Frank Ocean was trending on Twitter, and I love Frank Ocean, and like some guy just commented on it and called him the N-word. It was like, what the fuck? This is so out of pocket. It was like for his birthday or something. And so
the funny thing.
Oh,
really? Okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
Happy birthday. Here's the M-word.
Elon has said that he the main thing that he wants to change is he wants to focus on like making Twitter profitable, and the main thing he wants to scale back is moderation. So it's just so like that is what it's gonna be, but
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing is that those two things are at like diametrically opposite ends because like profitability comes from advertisement, and advertisement comes from not having your ad placed next to Frank Ocean being called the N-word. So you can't have advertisement without moderation.
This slur is sponsored by Coca-Cola.
But
I read an interesting article about that where they're just saying like, you want to make this thing make fucking money because you just spent $44 billion on it instead of giving each of us $1 billion or whatever.
Which is stupid because I downloaded it for free.
Bro, comedy's legal again. 2023, baby.
SNL hire me. I'm unfunny.
But I read an interesting article that was pretty much saying that, where it's like he wants it to be profitable. Fair enough. Advertisers are going to want it to not be. I mean, look how many adpocalypse YouTube had because brands thought that there was like people saying the M-word after one of their ads played. like videos with like 3 views or whatever. It's like, okay. So I feel like Twitter's going to run into the same issue very quickly.
Really quick, my soundboard wasn't working, but Doplex, for that joke you made about getting free Twitter. I was trying to hit it, but it wasn't working.
Bro, isn't that would be 10 times funnier if that was on it?
Yeah, they should all just have like little Elgatos strapped to their hand that they can like fucking hit fart sounds on.
They just have James' Questlove, except he's just got a soundboard instead.
He's just got a soundboard just hitting the reverb part.
I reckon.
Yeah, but I think the thing with Elon though is he has like a almost like theocratic fucking like following, you know, like they're so devout to him. And like I feel like if he was like, man, we can't let the liberals make me look stupid. We have to make Twitter profitable. Donate me $1 at this link. He could make like he could accrue like $10 billion.
Send me
I'm
Mr. and I'll send you 20 back.
Dude, he literally like he could accrue billions in a few days. I feel like just because people are so like like their personality is so attached to the success and trolling of Elon Musk. It's so pathetic.
Yeah.
If you like anyone that much that isn't like your friends or family, you're a freak. I don't care if it's Elon or fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. You're a fucking loser.
Or any of us.
No,
for that matter.
Yeah, or any of us. You
Yeah,
should
any
not
of
like
us.
any of us that much.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
To
honestly-
be fair, though, even if people did donate money to him, I mean, they'd only probably work once or twice because I think even those people would eventually be like,
Yeah, but
it's
I don't know,
how
'cause,
Wikipedia
like-
asks you for $2 every year, and you're like, man,
No,
fuck you, Wikipedia.
yeah.
But no
I-
one
the
likes
thing
it.
is-
No one likes. No one derives their personality from Wikipedia, like saying misinformation about.
If
like,
Wikipedia had a big Twitter following that they could like, what's the word where you like you bring a huge audience to like a crypto coin. You know what I mean? Because that is, in my opinion, the reason why so many people like come so hard for Elon is because of the power he has over very specific coins and crypto markets.
That is part of it for sure.
Yeah, because like Elon could, like any Elon tweet, like you see, everyone's like, "Please mention Dogecoin again, please. I'm broke. I spent my son's life savings.
the word Dogecoin.
Please just tweet the word Dogecoin."
song.
There was one time
Doja
where
Cat coin.
there was an inadvertent Elon Musk W once where I think it was Sheeb Coin, which is some shitty Dogecoin knockoff, was like trying to hype everyone up. It was like, at Elon, how much Sheeb are you holding? And he was just like, none. And then it just went, like it just literally dropped to
That's
like
epic,
0 cents.
There is something to be said about anyone having that kind of like influence on like,
I don't know if
fiscal
that's
markets.
legal.
It's fucking
100%.
ridiculous. But I mean, there are
Probably
other
isn't.
celebrities and influencers that do that too. Which some of them are being investigated by the SEC currently, which is epic, and I think they all should because. The last year where crypto was popping and like every influencer that like made vlogs and stuff were just pump and dumping and like rug pulling everything.
Yeah.
That like. Dude, that shit is like beyond illegal. Like even though crypto
it's
is
evil,
the,
is what it
crypto is
is.
the next dimension of unregulated fucking cum and pussy.
Yeah.
That is so illegal, and it doesn't matter. They can and will retroactively prosecute on that, like the SEC has done with the stock and bond markets.
Yeah.
Like
can you imagine if us four like just created some bullshit coin and had everybody who has
Beef
ever
coin.
watched us just donate $1 to it, and then we just like never talk about it again. That is exactly what
That is
all
our
of these
Patreon, to be
influencers do. Right. Well, we give them little butcher cuts. We take care of our own.
Oh yeah. Subscribe to our Patreon for free content and completely
beef coin.
stable crypto coin that you can use.
Yeah, that will never go
buy,
out of style.
Cards for friends and family.
Yeah, you can get an
we
NFT
should-
of Andrew doing goatsy if you want.
Yeah. We sell our nudes as NFTs. It's the only way. You can sell them.
Who's gonna? What the fuck?
You just pull out a sandwich.
You just pulled out like a McMuffin. Is that a McMuffin? Is that a sausage
pulled that out
and
of his
egg
inventory.
McMuffin? Is that a Jimmy
it's
Dean?
A little, it's a little Jimmy Dean.
He pulled out
little
the Jimmy
little
Dean
Jimmy
from
Dean.
off camera in the middle of the Elon combo,
Never
bro.
called.
We're all starving here on this
No, I don't
island,
care.
Andrew, and you've been holding out on us.
Yeah, what the fuck? Did we have to?
I
had
got
to
the
fucking
Jimmy
drink from
Dean
the piss
hookup.
hole recently.
I'm sorry.
Jimmy Dean himself came in on a canoe. He was like, Andrew, you look like a hungry boy.
You look famished.
Yeah, well, Davy Jones is really tight with it. He just popped up one night and he was like,
Do you want a set?
I don't remember what Davy Jones sounds like.
All I eat is Jimmy
Andrew, no, but to heat them up because he didn't give us a microwave. That's probably why Andrew's been perched like a bird, like sitting over a little mound of shit in the corner of the restaurant.
He's been defrosting it.
Yeah, he's been defrosting the
With
Jimmy
his ass.
Deans with his ass, just farting
And
on
like
them for
squawking
hours.
really loudly at anyone that
Jimmy
gets near me.
Deans.
I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got some
Body
pizza rolls
temperature
in his
Jimmy
ass crack.
Deans. That's what I'm hungry for right now.
Yeah.
I remember one time we got one of the first times me and my friends got drunk as fuck. We tried. One of my friends started like throwing up, so we tried to give him bread, but then we didn't realize we gave him moldy bread, and he was eating molded bread. So then the only thing in the fucking house was frozen Jimmy Deans. And I don't know why, but for some reason there was no way to heat them, so he was just eating frozen Jimmy Dean sandwiches
Oh, God.
to get the mold out of him.
There's something so gross about like frozen food, like eating food that is frozen but still frozen.
My dad
it doesn't
eat
taste like
frozen hot dogs. Like he would, it was just like when he was a kid, like he would
popsicles.
just. No, yeah, it was just like I can't wait
Makes
for
my
this.
teeth hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that can
hate
eat
it.
cold food, like actually bite it, are wild to me.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
teeth be fucking
I
hitting a
got
little
quite
gritty when
sensitive
I.
teeth, so
Yeah.
I cannot. So when I see people like, especially when I see people chewing ice,
I do that.
Yeah, you're a
My
fucking
sister does
freak.
that. That's a sign of anemia.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. It's
Wait,
not
how's
like it's
that?
not guaranteed, but it is a sign
Oh.
of people with anemia.
Oh. Is it like
But
a,
mostly women have anemia. It's an iron deficiency.
I mostly just do it because it
Stupid
feels
women.
cool. Especially like when you get like the cool ice. Yeah, fuck women.
What, like the fucking
And your
like
stupid
the
anemia.
what are the
Iron
crushed
deficient
ice?
motherfucker.
Yeah, the crushed
yeah.
ice.
Speaking of
Come on,
crushed
hold on,
ice,
wait, hold on. Before we move on, can we go back to making fun of Elon Musk for a little bit longer?
Oh yeah. Please, by
I
all
still have
means.
more I wanted to say about. Yeah, so in case you didn't know, Elon Musk bought Twitter for realsies this time. I guess the
Yeah.
first 3 times didn't go through for some reason, but
He got an error
And-
on his PayPal.
I think he didn't want to for a
no,
second.
I think
and then,
they like basically sued him back into buying it because he just
Yeah, I think
like
so.
everything Elon has done for the last 15 years, he just lied for the clout and then pulled out, and they were like,
Yeah, he's
actually,
like, "Wait, no, I
nah,
don't actually want to
nah,
buy this
you
place."
have to pay for it, bitch.
Yeah. Sorry.
so then he's been tweeting a lot about how they're gonna open it up for free speech and everything, which is like an admirable cause, but it so far
Make
has just
Twitter
been
great again.
has so far just been non-stop N-words. On top of that, he tweeted, comedy is now legal on Twitter again. And I think that's my main beef with Elon. He's done shitty things I don't like, but I'm really just offended by the fact that he's not funny and thinks he is. that pisses me off more than anything. So for him to be like, comedy is
It's like
legal
James
on
Corden
Twitter.
tweeting that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Matthew Winter fucking retweeted as well, and it's like, well, obviously. No, I'm just kidding, Matthew. You're cool.
I was
But-
thinking of a good
Matthew
a good way
Winter
to dub.
I
Matthew
typed one
Winter
out and I
with
was
that.
like, nah.
Yes,
didn't
same.
I couldn't bring
it's a-
myself to
Yeah.
jump into the fray of that whole thing. I was
Right.
like, yeah.
The free speech argument is so stupid to me. Like LeBron, I'm a big LeBron guy. LeBron gets hate on like everything he
LeBron
tweets,
James.
but like LeBron tweeted like he quote tweeted some shit where it's like, yeah, there's been a 550% increase in N-word usage since Elon took over like last night. This was like a couple days ago, and he was just like, man, this is like fucked up. Like, why do y'all hate us so much? Like that's cooked. And then all the replies were just like, do you know what a mute button is? It's free speech. And then someone's like, hate speech's not free speech. And everyone was like, no, hate speech is free speech. And it's like, 1, it isn't. 2, I don't, the thing about free speech that I don't get with like social media is like, there has to be like societal fucking like regulation on, like, if 50 years ago before all this, if you went into the town center and started screaming slurs, like probably not the
burn you.
N-word because no one cared about black people then.
Yeah,
but like,
everybody would be like,
no,
yeah.
but like if
Yeah,
you
this
just
guy
started
gets
screaming
it.
about how you hated, like you wanted this one dude to die because he has AIDS and he's fucking stupid. Like everyone would come out and if you would just be ostracized from, like that is what happens when you get you get blocked or removed from the site. Like you're being ostracized for being a fucking freak. So it's like it's not a matter of free speech. Like you're just a fucking weirdo. Like you're not giving people their free
Yeah.
speech back so they can say the N-word. Like society has always had a way of rooting out people like that. That's the point of moderation online.
No, 100%. Like, there's always been social consequences for saying like some wild shit, and in the age of social media, that consequence is just your Twitter gets taken away.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, you can still go say the N-word all you want, but if you go say it in public these days, you'll probably get beat up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Honestly,
real
Where are you
answer
gonna
to this, the real
whine
answer to
about
this
it, that too.
the real answer to this that conservatives probably wouldn't like either is just if you want free speech to apply like it does in you know just like legally in society to social media should be nationalized because it's really important. It should be a public utility. But then people,
Or should
but
be
that's
destroyed.
basically socialism. So people would be like, no, but it's like then you have to deal with private companies fucking moderating you. Like, pick one or the other.
It's in Twitter's best interest to make money, and having a bunch of people say the N-word does not
Can you
make it
imagine?
money.
Yeah, I honestly would not be surprised if like Elon, once they go through and actually update their content moderation to change whatever he's going on about. I would be surprised if spamming the M-word is still not acceptable. So like, all those accounts might just get banned anyway.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I don't think this will change anything at all. I think like Twitter is already a cesspool. Like you could, like nothing is gonna change in the like. There have already been people who are like testing the waters and like just tweeting slurs just to see what they can get away with, and they still get like their shit banned. So it's like I think people are people think it's gonna be like this lawless wasteland, but like Twitter is worth way too much money to be that way. Nothing is good. It's just gonna be just as shitty.
It
as
might be for a
We'll
little
see.
bit.
Yeah.
We'll
I don't
see.
have
mean,
full.
it
I don't
could
have
be.
full faith in that. But there's always other ways to monetize something. Even
Sure.
if you can't
Speaking
get,
of
you
which-
can always find different kinds of ads too. Like
Yeah. Oh, so
Smash
Elon
Right.
apparently wants to try and like make people pay to retain the verification badge. I just saw that on Twitter today, and everybody was pretty much like, "So that's where you're at now."
Pay their share with $4.99
That-
subscriptions to
That's
the
where you're at.
verification.
It's like you bought Twitter for $44 billion. Said comedy's freaking legal on Twitter now, guys.
But you
And
gotta
went,
buy your check mark.
"Shit."
Sorry.
Honestly, I think Nick Mullen had a whole bit on this. If Elon like somehow in his just digging his heels into the ground to be the most person in the world, and just tanks Twitter, he in one fell swoop blew $44 billion and got rid of Twitter. So maybe he was the hero we
That
needed
would-
all
Yeah,
along.
that is true. Yeah, I did see a lot of people saying like, I hope Elon inadvertently makes Twitter implode, which I'm in that camp. I hope Elon
that would be
fucks
so
it up
good.
so hard
I want to
that
go back
Twitter
to
just gets
fucking
destroyed.
like Newgrounds forums and fucking Tumblr.
Yeah, that would be
honestly
dope.
Tumblr's
Yeah.
looking more appealing at this point.
Yeah.
Well, it's just more
little
like
captions.
compartmentalized, like niche internet, like culture
Yeah.
from way back when. But
Yeah.
I'm the faith that you guys have that nothing will change is the faith that I have that even the of Elon can't blow up Twitter. Like Twitter is here to stay. Like it's the social media
worth
has
too
changed
much.
society more than fucking a meteor could come down and hit the earth again, and all the dinosaurs could respawn, and that would change the world less than social media has in the last 10
Yeah.
years. Like it's like shit's cooked forever.
There's a movie
Would you say it's
series
changed
about
the world for the better or for the worse?
No. For the better for sure. I like when people live stream them shooting up churches in New Zealand. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah,
Cut
that shit's
that
epic.
Yeah.
Probably cut all the too. At least mine.
Oh yeah, no,
Put,
100%.
Put the sound of when you get the hammer in Smash Bros. That's what Nancy Pelosi's fucking husband heard coming down the
For real.
hallway at him.
Game.
Fucking,
Elon
keep
just
that in.
Gay.
Now that's legal on Twitter now.
This game's winner
Let's
is
fucking
Elon.
go. Also, I'm really
said it.
sorry if
Fuck, fuck.
Elon taking over Twitter was not on the show, Doc. I just heard Elon and shot for it.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about
It's
it
all
anyway,
good.
so that's good.
yeah. Well, let's move from. I know we have a lot more to talk about on Twitter in the doc, but let's move just real quick to. Let's move from Twitter to a better social media site, Reddit.
Okay, I'm in.
So
Okay.
Thanks for that
ready to
transition, kind
upbeat.
stranger.
I really liked this post on Reddit that I saw recently. It really goes in line with Redditors being the most reasonable and like empathetic
they're the
of
best.
the people online. So
They should
this
start their own
kid,
society, honestly.
Which I don't like follow this. Like I've said before, I just get push notifications for anything on Reddit. I barely use it.
For
I got a
AOC,
push
AOC
notification
sexy.
for relationship advice. Yeah, for AOC is sexy.
which is banned now, by the way.
Yeah, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Bro, what the fuck? But this is gonna be quick, just because I saw this and it was interesting to me, because it was a kid that was talking about his dad and his grandpa, and his dad's 43 and his grandpa's 49, and immediately I was like, all right, this is a worthwhile push notification, because how is that possible? How is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
So, my dad
Your eyes
43 and my
bugged out of your
grandpa
head.
my grandpa 49 used to be friends. Now they fight constantly because my dad didn't tell anyone he was dating my mom, and nobody was invited to the wedding 13 years ago. When does everyone get over it? So this is a 13-year-old kid. His life is fucked because his dad and his grandpa
Deal
were
with
business
it.
partners, but then
Yeah.
his dad fucked his friend's daughter, who is now
Yeah.
his wife and mom, and her dad is his friend. And they're
Right.
both old, and the mom is like 30, and they're like in their 40s.
It sounds like an elevator pitch to a 90s sitcom.
Yeah, this has so many moving parts. My
We're gonna
brain
need a
is not
diagram.
catching
Courtney,
up.
put a diagram right here.
Yeah, Courtney,
Yeah.
put a diagram up for this.
Courtney also put this image up. You can all read like the full thing if you want to, just like pause it, but I'm not going to. So basically that is the gist of it. Like they were friends. He fucked his like way younger daughter, had a kid with her, and then didn't invite anyone to the wedding because he was embarrassed. And now this kid is 13 and his whole family like hates each other. And it's a 13-year-old and he's just coming to Reddit and he's like, why does no one in my family like each other? Is this normal?
Is my dad a pedophile?
So then he says in here that his dad got his mom pregnant when she was 13 years ago, which means this guy was 30 and it was his friend's daughter. So that's where we are. But which is obviously weird. So this is a 13-year-old kid looking for help on Reddit. Obviously, he's not going to get help, but it's think of what you do when you're 13. I was jerking off to the MLB fucking All-Star break at 13. Like nothing makes sense. You don't know.
Your brain's not working.
Yeah. So, the top response is, this format is fucking me up. The top response is, so your grandpa
gonna have to downvote this one, buddy.
Your grandpa at 36 and his buddy at 30, friends and coworkers. He's just recapping it because he's an idiot. But your dad groomed and took advantage of a minor, got her pregnant while twice her age, and by doing all this was completely betraying his friend, stealing his daughter's youth and innocence. It could have been 50 years ago, and the facts don't get any better. They will never be friends again. And then all the responses under that is like, your dad's a fucking predator. Your dad's a monster. Fair enough, he probably is. But then like this kid,
canceling some kid's dead.
The kid responds. He says, "It happened 13 years ago. I'm confused why everyone is still picking to be mad at each other." And a guy responds and says, "Because it's the only way to see their daughter and grandkids. When you're 30, I want you to consider what it would be like to romance and sleep with a 17-year-old. It's predatory." And it's like, this is a 13-year-old
really
kid.
Think about it, child.
Giving him lessons.
Idiot,
like,
can you put yourself in your mom's shoes for a second? And it's like, this kid is fucking. He's still in middle school, bro. Like he's playing Fortnite.
He just wanted some help. And everyone's just like,
my man's is 13. And he's like, why doesn't my family like each other? And all these
because your dad's a
it just
you bitch.
They all looked at him and like, take a seat here.
So this guy, Unencumbered Chipmunk, says, because your dad's a predator, that's statutory. How are you so fucking blind to this?
Oh my god.
He's 13!
That poor kid.
Like, this just blew me away. I was not expecting this response at all. I thought people would be like more compassionate and like... how are you
I understand
so blind
they're talking
to
to a literal child.
His eyes didn't turn on yet. That's how.
They're getting upset that the 17-year-old was taken advantage of and like was, too young to consent, while then bullying an even younger child. For not understanding how life works. It's like,
but
what?
honestly, I can't put that past Reddit. I mean, Reddit is, as we all know, is the type of place where you could post a picture of a dying old woman who found love on a subreddit dedicated to old things.
Yeah.
And you could still get your ass chewed out because that dying old woman is not an old antique lamp. So Reddit is not
under old school.
I'm gonna have to downvote this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to downvote this.
Sorry, buddy.
According to rule number 4, I'm gonna have to downvote you. I'm sorry, man.
All of this kid's responses one of his responses has negative 700 downvotes, and it's just like,
oh my god,
she's my mom and dad. I don't get it, and it's like. It's so fuck the dad, and like the whole situation sucks. But I'd hate to be that kid.
Yeah.
But at the how are you just gonna like throw this kid to the wolves? He came here for guidance because his parents have a freak relationship and they probably don't love him. And it's like and like Reddit can be so compassionate for like a dog with 3 legs, but like then you see a kid who's living in a broken home of statutory, and you're like, let's downvote this fucking
dumbass. You should be
you child.
You shouldn't exist. You.
You sympathizer. You like your dad more than Reddit?
Oh my
Maybe
gosh.
you should die.
Hold on, real quick.
Just blown away.
What was the granddad and the dad's ages again?
So the dad
did they touch on?
The dad is 43, and the grandpa, who is the father of his wife, basically the mom, is 49. So they're 6 years apart.
So that it's not his dad's dad. His grandfather is on his mom's side.
Okay.
And his grandfather and his dad were friends.
Were you
It
gonna
took
say,
me
does that mean he had
forever to
his
pick
son
up
when
on.
he was 6?
No,
Well, that's what I thought at
That's-
first. It took me
that's where I thought
forever
you
to
were going
figure out
with
the
this.
plot line, like the family tree
Yeah.
here.
I guess. Yeah,
thought-
I guess I came into it with like
Yeah, I thought
like,
that
I
was going to
knew
be the
already.
twist. I thought the twist was going to be that like everyone's focused on the the statutory element,
Right. Yeah.
But then
Courtney-
like that no one brings up the fact that his dad
Yeah.
was born when his granddad was 7.
Well, that's my thing. I fucking hate the way Reddit like describes the age and gender of people. Like the whole my.
I do too.
So it's my. This one isn't. Luckily, it's still kind of confusing, but it's usually my 27F boyfriend 35M, and but it's
Yeah.
like you see the my 27F boyfriend, and it's like. In
Oh, I see
English
what you're saying.
grammatics, like the 27F
Yeah.
would apply to the fucking noun that is now like
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's not
It should be
Yeah.
my 35M boyfriend and me 27F.
Well, or just
That
put
would
the
be a more-
27F before you say my. Like,
Oh, right. Yeah.
just anything
that's-
other. I
think
hate.
that's even better.
I hate Redditors, bro.
Reddit sucks ass. Yeah, Reddit
Reddit
is
sucks.
a
If I
life
could push a button
place.
for all Redditors to fucking.
Andrew just goes,
Goodbye.
what
He's
pisses me
been
off
a
is-
Redditor
biggest
all this
Redditor
time.
of the bunch, bro. You're on Gooncave
Yeah.
way too much.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
You're
man.
6 hours.
I
a
gotta
day on
goon
that
it up.
place.
I gotta show the. I
Yeah.
gotta get those
Just put in those
updates for the
hours.
boys at Goon.
You're working a full-time
Yeah.
job on r/goon.
I got
Full-time goon.
some big
Yeah.
posts on.
Yeah.
I got like 3 near the top of all.
I got a lot of karma, bro. I'm not.
I
I'm not-
got
I'm
a
not
lot of
sacrificing
goon
that.
karma.
You have
Let
no
me
idea.
just say.
What pisses me off is fucking Elon could have bought Reddit. Nothing would have changed.
That would have made so much
And
more
also,
sense.
that's like his website anyway. Like that's
Yeah.
Right,
his-
that is where
Yeah,
his
his
humor
Reddit
play
comes
epic
from.
bacon.
Epic.
He could have
Yeah.
taken over Reddit.
Doggo.
Everyone would have been happy. That website can fucking die, and we're gold. Like that would have been
Yeah.
a full dub.
Yeah.
That would have been
No
the
matter
good.
what.
That would have
That's
been
the
like
good idea,
the pod. What do you call that shit in Fortnite or not Fortnite? Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yes, the battle royale.
Positive good. Or
Oh,
whatever it
yes.
is.
Royale.
Kudos, what do you call it? You're a dungeon master. It's like positive good.
Oh, that's the what lawful good? What are you talking
That-
about?
Yeah, law.
That's
That would
the-
be
yeah,
like
oh,
lawful
yeah,
good
the-
Elon. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, lawful good.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm cooked.
Oh, my God, it's still work.
Royale.
What's that thing in Fortnite?
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of
Up, dudes.
fucking. Yeah, speaking of updates, you guys want to hear about how I asked out my first girlfriend, and it's like one of the
Yes.
craziest
Yes.
things I've ever done.
Yes, please. I
Oh,
want
I
to
Yes.
know.
love that.
So, in
So.
in my sophomore year of high school,
Hang on, let me get.
Andrew's like, hold on, let me
Yeah,
get
what you
another
eating,
Jimmy
bro?
Dean.
Yeah, let me get another
is that a
snack.
burrito?
It's a little breakfast burrito.
Or what are you doing right
What
now?
is
bro?
happening?
What is?
Andrew's
It
just got a
is. It is
Dean's
cornucopia of
5:30. It is
frozen food.
5:30 in Alaska. You're eating McMuffins
I
and
told
breakfast
you, man. I
burritos.
woke up. Today's been fucked. I haven't eaten anything. I'm a casual little
How do
guy
you
for
cook
beef
your
today.
How do you
He's a
cook your
casual
Jimmy
little
Dean?
guy.
Are you putting it in a moist towelette or are
He
you
holds a lighter.
are you just
underneath
putting it in on like normal?
I put it in the
You put it with a
in
little
a
cup
paper
of
towel
water?
and I put it on. I just do follow the instructions.
Speaking of heat lamp, so I ordered in a Philly cheesesteak the other day, which was really good, but it like the chips that came with it were just fucking like
Wait, that's
wet,
not your country.
but it's we stole it.
That's illegal.
A kiwi
we sto-
cheesesteak.
You
We
should-
stole
it
a
should
little
be,
guy.
It should be like a Queensland steak.
Queensland
Cheese.
cheesesteak. A Queensy cheese.
A
Yeah,
Queen
it's
cheese.
Kidnapped one
a-
guy
it's a-
from Philly.
Yeah, no, we imported him.
Where the fuck am I?
We passed. What
I
the
can't
fuck
even
is
think
this?
of
A fucking
Philly
pouch?
accent.
What are you paying me in? Chuck E. Cheese tokens? I'll make you the sandwich anyway.
But the sandwich came fine, but the chips were like so soggy because they'd been like it took them fucking like half an hour.
Oh, is
to-
it like kettle chips?
No, just like fries.
fries,
Never
Like
mind.
shoestring
Oh.
fries or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
here's how I knew it had been waiting for like half an hour before the delivery driver picked up. They'd obviously put it under like the heat lamp, and the receipt that they stapled to the bag was cooked, like it was black. That's I was like, okay, that's why my chips are fucking wet and
Yeah,
soggy.
that's
Yeah.
so epic.
You
I'm
got, like,
sorry,
ink in
I
your photos.
interrupted you, James, with fucking breakfast.
No, it's okay, I
burrito.
don't care.
I was buckling in for a
It's
good story.
burrito time.
I get a Philly cheesesteak from a place around me. Hold on.
Get it out, brother. Get it
It's
out,
coming
brother.
back up.
Fuck.
He
And
said Philly
about to
cheese
see
and his
it.
body reacted.
Yeah, no, literally. That's how, yeah. Also, if you ever see a Philly Pete's they're only in airports. It is the most like not faithful, disgusting Philly cheesesteak ever. Don't get it. It's so bad. I just want to put it out there. But
Hell yeah. We have a place here called Philly's Best that fucking slaps.
No, yeah,
Philly's Best goes
there's just a place near me that makes really good Philly cheesesteaks. It's not even like super traditional. You use like provolone and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's fire. But gets real soggy, and then they put it on top of these really like these homemade like fresh made like kettle chips that they make there, and then it makes the kettle chips not like soggy, but just like a little soft, where there's not like as much like you don't like bite and a shard like goes up through your fucking mouth
Cuts
and
your gum.
stabs you in the bottom of the brain. Like it, and it's like and they're just like covered in grease and meat because it was just on top of it. It's so fucking good. But speaking of grease and meat, when I was a fat fucking freak of a 14-year-old or 15-year-old,
Solid transition. That's your best
Hell
one
yeah.
yet.
thank
I
you.
think so.
So I was talking to this. Well, I had a huge crush on this one girl, like almost all through high school. Not really, maybe like 2 or 3 years. And she was like a close friend of mine. And then I was talking to another girl who was friends with both of us. It was like the very beginning of the school year, and she was just like asking me about something, and like it was about her, like a girl or who I liked or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Yeah.
So I started telling her all this shit about like how much I liked this other girl, but I didn't tell her like who it was, right? So it was like,
Yeah.
I was just Kudos already knows where it's going. So like I was telling her like about how much I like this girl. She's so beautiful, so funny.
She's so sexy.
Like I like how her shoes are really clean. And
I like how her
There's no
farts
cum on
smell.
them.
yeah, I like how when she farts, like a bunch of baby powder comes out, and it's like a really cool visual. It's funny.
Really cool. I like looking at it.
I like it.
And but I'm just
capture it in my
I'm just
backpack.
like going in before football practice, like fucking like
Yeah.
telling her like all this shit I like about this girl, like yeah. And then fucking. And then she's like, oh, who is it? And then I started getting, we just kept talking. And I started getting the vibe that like she liked me. And this was the first time in my life that I had ever sussed a vibe that any fucking female had a positive emotion towards me. Like,
You just hit the train track like diverter thing, and you're
no,
like,
literally, so she's like,
I sense the light skin face.
She's like
She's looking at her
asking-
phone like,
yeah. And then I'm just like, Brain Blast. I'm like Jimmy Brain Blast. And I'm like, I didn't tell her who this was about. I can just divert all of these positive compliments into it's about you. And
oh no.
And I think she like knew because she was like, no, is it really about? It's not about me. And like it was like really awkward for like an hour after that. I'm like, no, it's babe. It's always been you. You're so epic.
Wait, hold on. So hold on. When you were originally describing this girl, it actually wasn't this girl. You actually were talking about a different girl.
I was fully talking about another girl that I had a crush on
okay.
before and after.
I thought you were teeing up to hit her with the surprise, babe. It's been you the whole time.
You the whole time.
It'd be really funny if the other girl was like blonde and he described her beautiful blonde hair, and, and she's like, "But I have brown hair." And he's like, "No, it's
No,
in my head,
when the
it's
sun
just
hits
that
it just
beautiful."
right.
Her beautiful porcelain skin.
In my mind's eye, when I jerk off thinking about you, it's actually brown.
It's some Chinese girl, and he's just trying to like check all the boxes to make it better.
No, but so I've been like telling her all this stuff, and I was just like fully just like I was like, I need to tell someone about this. I'm laying my heart on the line. But then I sensed that she might like me, and I was just like, fuck it. It was all about you. Will you go out with me? And then
Wait, hold on. Wait, real quick. Were you doing this? Like, would you have been okay if she was like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
she was hot. And like I liked
okay,
her,
cool.
So.
I wasn't sure if you were doing it like, because I've been in situations like that before, where like I don't want to hurt this girl's feelings.
You
You know
just
what I mean?
hit the downgrade button.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure if that was the vibes or not. But okay, all right, continue.
Yeah. No, so then I was just like, fuck it. I want a girlfriend more than I want like that one girl. Like fuck this.
I'll take anything at this point.
Hey, pussy is pussy. Am I right, fellas?
I just diverted it all onto her, but then she like didn't believe it for like 45 minutes, and I really had to convince her. And then she immediately, and I think she knew because like she wouldn't let me be friends with that girl anymore. So like, so then we dated for like a year, and then literally, and I didn't talk to that other girl for a year, and then literally the night I broke up with her, I tweeted. The night I broke up with her, I went out and just like chilled with my friends in like the parking lot of a bank and like smoked weed or something for some reason. And
let's rob this joint.
Yo, we're chilling in the bank tonight. Who's coming?
Yeah, let's go chill in the bank parking lot.
Chase.
Smoke.
What's the move tonight? We're hanging in the parking
Posted
lot
up
of the
at
bank.
the Wells Fargo, boys. Let's
Yo, we hitting up the B of A, bro.
But I remember the night I broke up with her, we were chilling at the Bank of America, like getting high or something, and I tweeted
getting some custom cards done.
I tweeted, what if I drink? I tweeted like, if I drink water while I'm peeing, will I pee forever? Like just like the most high. I'm 15 and I'm high.
Yeah.
And
This is deep.
And this girl that I actually had the crush on, like responded back and was like, yo, I've always thought this is like the craziest, that like you read my mind. And then like, so like I was telling all this shit to this girl, then I was like, nah, fuck it, pussy. And then I dated her, and then like I broke up with her the night I broke up with her. I'm like back talking to the fucking other girl that I was interested in the whole time. I don't know why that hit me recently, where I was just like, I really poured my heart out about another girl to another girl, and then just like the thought of someone liking me back completely like flipped my brain on its head, and I just like
reverse
fucking
Uno carded straight.
Yeah, I redirected the fucking nuke straight at that goal.
Babe, do you want to come and hang out at the Wells Fargo Bank tonight? We're gonna make so many deposits.
We're getting custom checkbooks done. I'd love to get your
We
face
can watch
on
that
my
little thing
checkbook.
go up the tube and then back down again. It'd be really
Is
fucking
epic,
cool.
Steal receipts.
Yo, we're gonna put our
lamest
dick
place
in
to
the,
hang out.
in the suction thing. I'm gonna put my dick in the suction thing and give the bank my cum.
You want to put your labia in the little card reader.
Yeah, let's
We
stretch
used
out
to
my
hang out
two
at
like.
we used to hang out at the car park like a McDonald's or whatever, because like all the other guys our age would be there, and you could also get food. But you hanging out in a fucking bank, you're just having
That is a
coins that
random
like
place
fall out of
to
the
hang out.
windows or something.
Yeah.
I think it was just like flat. So we were like, one of our friends liked skateboarding, so we would just like sit there and he would just like fail kick flips for 3 hours.
Sure, if it's in some
Kind of
place that
pops
they'd
an
have like a
ollie.
security guard like
Yeah.
pick you guys out pretty like fast.
It was like one of those like smaller branches that were basically just like an
Oh,
ATM,
sure.
like an
Yeah.
ATM and like
Okay,
one
gotcha,
teller.
yeah.
So like no one gave a fuck
Right.
about it, but it was just like, yeah, that was. Also, I
I
told
did
you guys
sort of
recently.
the
I told
same
you guys
thing.
recently, but I didn't tell Kudos because he was away during. We had another one of our big, just beef convos where we divulged a bunch of things about us. So I wanted to tell Kudos. So I remembered, which this is a memory I've never remembered. This same girl who may or may not be the girl who I farted on while getting head. So
For anyone keeping track at home.
yeah, so I remembered recently that I've always had a big aversion to getting cum on like my bed or bed sheets or something.
Or shoes.
Yeah.
No, shoes. Shoes is definitely a good place for cum, but not my bed
Yeah.
sheets. 'Cause
Specifically somebody else.
I'm not cleaning my bed. I'm not sleeping in cum and shit. Like fuck
Yeah.
that. So
I've
some
always
people don't
wondered
care.
that
It's a
too.
waterbed made
I've
of
always
cum.
wondered that too, because it's like obviously everyone does that. No one teaches you what to do or how to do it, but like I never understood.
Here's
that
what to do.
Do you put down?
Here's how to dispose
do
of
people
your
put
cum.
down a towel? Do people just fucking let it rip? Do people like run to the bathroom afterwards? I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what.
well, that's the
standard
thing.
is.
Usually
Do
I
you
would
eat
just.
it?
Usually I would either. I'm not gonna too much to do, but. I'm like 200 for 200 on not getting nut on my bed. Like, there's no chance I'm nutting and getting it on my bed. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But one time I was like, man, I don't want to nut
It's
in
your
the condom
ND
or in the
ratio.
in the mouth. I'm trying to fucking nut all over you, but I don't want to get it on my bed. So I remember I was like, I was like about to nut, and I was like, fuck it. I pulled out. I was like, yo, go to my bathroom. We're like 16. We're fucking like in my bedroom. We have to like keep the door open a crack, so like
Yeah.
like you're like fucking, you're like a kid basically, and like we're fucking, and I'm like, all right, go to my bathroom. I want to fucking come. So. I like pull out.
I'm gonna come right now.
I make her like run to my bathroom, and then I pull like I
Go.
pull the condom off, and I'm behind her like bow-legged, jerking my. I'm
You're
like
like chasing
monkey
her.
mode.
Yeah, I'm like chasing her, fucking jerking my dick, and I'm like praying to God. Obviously, no one in my house is like in the
Dad, you're
hallway
in.
where the fucking bathroom is. And then I make her go in the bathroom, like lay down, and I like close the door, and then I just like get on my knees and
Lay
just
down.
fucking come all over her for no reason, instead of just nutting in the condom. It's so fucking stupid. I just like chased her like a goblin, literally jerking my dick. Like, oh, get on the ground, get on the ground.
It's like pulling you forward, giving you speed boosts.
That's a very scary Halloween story. You're like a fucking slasher movie villain.
True.
With
You got
condom.
hit. You got hit with a trailing mission in the middle of like the exciting part.
Yeah, I got it with an Assassin's Creed fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to run, like jump between the rafters in your house while she like runs through like the floor.
Yeah.
You're crouching. You're crouching behind her and hitting B to stealth kill.
Yeah.
Stealth cum.
Stealth
Fucking. It's just great. Like
Get a
that
dick in your wrist.
16-year-old. The 16-year-old horny brain just be like, I want to chase you to my bathroom and nut on your stomach just cause.
They do be doing.
I want to
crazy
know what
shit.
it feels like.
Yeah.
And it
With-
doesn't
with,
feel any
like-
better because you just have to jerk yourself off. Like, what's good?
Right.
No one likes to do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Shout out.
Thank you for sharing that,
Shout
James.
out.
That was
Yeah,
a
thank you for
beautiful
sharing
story.
that, James.
That was good
Of
shit.
course.
That was
This is
good
a great
shit.
story.
of
But
course,
speaking of horny brain, I do want to take over this transition. I want to talk about Twitter again, but this time I want to talk about how Twitter is a Gooncave in its own right. Have you guys ever noticed that Twitter
No.
is, I'd say about 99% just pornography? Have you guys ever noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's epic.
Did I bring that up recently on here? Because I
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. If you, no matter what word you search, you know there used to be a meme on like Google, like, oh, you can search any word and like an image's
Yeah.
porn will come up, but you can just search like leg or like
Yeah,
water or
there's
something,
porn.
and there's some fucking
It's like a leg and then a vagina.
yeah.
Like, I didn't ask for this.
But like I had
I
that
just
on-
wanted a leg.
I literally just searched disc on Twitter a couple weeks ago because I saw someone had a really
Fucking
cool
on
like,
a disc.
someone had a really cool disc setup like that I was trying to show. I was trying to show my mum, which is even worse. Thankfully she wasn't looking at my phone at the time.
Check out this epic disc porn.
James,
James, your mic. It was almost funnier
Fuck.
with his mic
Yeah,
cutting
it's
out.
really like that. But yeah,
Oh,
so
fuck.
it was-
yelling
far
it
away.
from across the room.
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know what it was. I was in a fucking coffee shop too. Thankfully, there's no one behind me. But I was like, I searched disc, scroll. Ooh, okay, there's just fucking someone getting blown out. It's like, I don't know, man. I think because some of these people just
Yeah.
put random words in their like OnlyFans links and porn and stuff to like, I guess, boost
Yeah.
the coverage of it.
yeah, it's
So
like the
just- I think
BTS
so.
effect.
Yeah, but like what I'm talking about is like dudes who like complete nobody accounts, like just fucking. They don't even have a profile picture. Like their profile picture is like a letter of their name. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like these dudes, like they just dedicate their entire online existence to just liking and retweeting porn, and that is it. Like,
Dude,
I don't
going
understand
through
it.
the replies of porn stars is some of the it's simultaneously
Yeah.
hilarious and sad.
No,
'cause
it
it's just
is.
these
Yeah.
people that are like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Come to fucking Argentina. I'll show you the best
Come to
time ever."
Bangladesh, please.
It's so funny to just
Well,
take
that-
someone up on that offer, like, but not actually do it. Just be
Yeah.
like, just
Like,
DM
okay.
fucking
Yeah, I'll come to
Mike
Bangladesh.
8383478 and just like, I'll come. What's up? What
I
you
Pussy
bet
saying?
that
over
exists.
3.
I bet that exact
Yeah.
account exists.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that verbatim. I'm sure.
I've
exists.
specifically
Well,
seen
that's-
a lot of accounts with Mike with a bunch of letters after it. That was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good call.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
someone get that specific
Yeah.
mic on the podcast. Someone add him for us.
Mike
Right.
8. What was the numbers you said? I just want to
He's
see
not
who it
gonna
is.
remember. He
Yeah,
just
you're gonna
said
have to
numbers.
run it back. You're gonna have to run it
Yeah.
back. Andrew.
Cody, put the
But
numbers
that's kind of how I fell down this rabbit hole. Was like, you know, like I've sent you guys screenshots of like just fucked accounts that just like they're just reply guys for women, and like their entire existence
Yeah, I
is
just
just
send
that.
some of them to the FBI, bro. You might be hearing about
Yeah.
this soon.
All right, hell yeah. But yeah, that shit just made me realize how like literally Twitter is 99% of porn. So Elon, you say comedy is legal now, but maybe do something about all these porn accounts, man. I'm trying to. If I want to see fucking why Resident Evil is trending, I don't want to see Futanari porn for like half
I
an
do.
hour.
I
Tumblr
do.
got rid of porn and Tumblr hit the shitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that though.
Keep
but yeah, there is
porn
yeah.
on Twitter.
Keep it.
It is one of the
Keep it, but give me an option if I want to see it or not.
yeah. It should probably
Because
not
if-
opt in or opt
Safe
out.
search.
For example, the other day, RE-verse was trending, right? The Resident Evil Online component. It was trending. I click on it. It is nothing but reverse cowgirl. Like, it is nothing but reverse cowgirl.
epic.
It's
I'm like,
I thought you said Ariverse as in like Ariana Grande like universe.
That's
Oh.
what I was
Ariana
Oh,
Grande
yeah.
universe or something.
oh, right. Yeah.
Pokemon one that was like there was that Pokemon hashtag that was trending, but it made sense if you capitalized the words because it was like Pokemon VS or it was something
Oh,
like that.
yeah. I
What
know
was it?
exactly. It was, fuck. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But it was all lowercase, so
Shit.
it like spelt a completely
Yeah.
different word. But they
Yeah.
apparently just didn't even consider that. Oh, come on, what was that?
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
Was it just Pokemon Sex or something like
yes,
that?
it was,
like something. It was something.
yeah, it was like Pokemon, like EX or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
no,
was
no,
something
I saw
like
that. It was a Pokemon Child.
That's
I don't know how they didn't see that.
The next one's gonna be good. Basically, this is just like this is from the account. Like now, this is news or whatever. You know, like one of the, or like
Oh yeah, those
viral
fucking-
pig or just fucking.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some fucking great parodies of those. We should totally make one sometime. Like that one
I'm
about
down.
the dude who like is dancing at in the thing, so the sun gets mad and they make like a fucking GoFundMe or whatever. Have you seen that?
Yes,
What?
I remember you sending that. That video
What?
is so fucking.
None of that
funny.
made any sense. I don't even know if you're talking about like the sun or like a person.
Oh no!
So this guy's brakes broke and he's gonna fucking annihilate a school bus. He's driving like an 18-wheeler. He did it!
He did it!
All right, no one fucking cares. Lady.
It's just one lady in there.
Listen to his scream. so basically,
I've seen that video.
it's just everyone's it's super fun. So but the
Yeah.
top comment, this blew my mind. The top comment was the way his voice sounded so worried and afraid that it just expresses his emotions during that moment. Bro. Bro.
Fucking Minecraft
what?
stands realize emotions exist for the first time.
Yeah.
What?
What do you think?
What do you think Jesus invented the voice for? Like
Yeah,
it's
humans-
directly to do the thing you just described.
We've got
Yeah.
like 10 million years of evolution so that we could sense each other's emotions, and some fucking lemon sucker on YouTube just realized
Lemon
that.
sucker.
Some fucking window licker on fucking YouTube Shorts.
What you ever know?
Yeah.
So people,
Somebody
when
heard
people
the
have
Wilhelm
emotions,
scream
you can
once.
sense it from the way they speak. As wow.
The way
Somebody heard the Wilhelm scream once and was like, man.
damn, the way his voice
The emotion
sounded.
of that scream.
But like it's also just like the most TikTok like the way his like bro, can't you just form a normal sentence? But it's just like is that the point we're at where it's like people have to like I can't even explain it, bro. It's just like, is that where we are?
James, me and you have talked about this before, actually, specifically about comments under YouTube Shorts, where there seems to be this upcoming trend of people, whether it's a joke or a serious thing, it doesn't matter what kind of content it is.
They just
someone
describe it.
at the top of the comments will just be describing the joke or what happened.
Yeah.
And then everybody will be like, I like this.
That is
that
very
what
I
the
like
video
this.
was
thing.
about.
That
You
was-
get it.
that was-
You're smart.
That was not a thing on YouTube, like YouTube videos, until the TikTok era. Like that is such a. It's just like it's probably just engagement farming or something. But like, dude, there was. When was the last time you saw a comment with 130,000 likes? Because
That is kinda
two
crazy.
comments
What the
down.
fuck?
2 comments down. There's a comment that says, "Bless his heart, he was terrified of hurting those children." 130,000 likes. Of course he is, dude. A serial killer could be driving that car and he'd probably still be scared of fucking ramming into a school bus with an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, of
Exactly.
course he's terrified of hitting it. Like, what?
Yeah.
yeah.
But then again, like Logan Paul could do a TikTok of him being like, "I'm a strawberry," and they'd be like, "It's funny because he's not a strawberry."
He just made himself
6
red.
months.
The way he's
He's a
read when he
human
said,
being.
"I'm a strawberry," is just.
He kills me every time, huh?
yeah.
I wish your
I mean,
fucking
It's
dad
so
killed
funny.
you.
It's probably like the next evolution of like people just quoting stuff from the video, which it's funny because
yeah.
they used to annoy me, but now when people do that to my videos, I always like, I really like it because it's like, okay, they liked it enough to like, they thought that line was funny enough to read to. But when you go on other people's videos and especially if it's like a short or something where it's like there's like 2 lines and they just quote one of the lines, it's like, Yep, watch the video.
He said, duh. Can you imagine people like going into your comments and like making shit up? Like, the way you hit the hot R on that N word was so funny, dude.
It's so funny. I really liked it.
There's like a super mega comment section.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The way his voice sounded so excited to annihilate those fucking children was so fucking beautiful in that moment.
I really liked his technique for getting the child into the car. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. I just want to show you guys this because it kind of like it made me think I was like I existed wrong. Like how it made me think like how what went wrong with me that other people think this is normal and I don't.
Right.
No, we talked about that before. It's the feeling where you read a comment or see a person where you're like, that's not a real human.
Yeah.
It's like
that's how I feel about those fucking Twitter goon bots.
Yeah, I managed to wake up enough that I can recognize an NPC when I like that's
it.
We
took the
it's someone being like
red pill.
No, yeah, we took the red pill. We're freaking red pill gamers over here. Yeah. These fucking NPCs to being like the way his voice, he didn't want to squish a child.
Sheeple.
The way he didn't want to turn a child into jelly like Shrek did with that guy's eyeballs.
The way he didn't want to go to prison for the rest of his life.
The way that you knew through his screams that he actually cared more about his safety than the children's in that moment. Beautiful.
It really is like, I don't know, I think the NPC thing, the more we think about it, the more it makes sense. Not even from like a political, like, oh, they're an NPC because they just believe the talking points of it. Not even that shit.
No, it's not political at all.
Non-political
it's like
entirely. Just the fact that, 136,000 people saw that and went, you're right, he was scared.
Yeah.
You're right, we should bless his heart. You're right, we should carve out his heart. We should carve out his heart and put it in a little chest and make him sail the open seas for the rest of eternity. And put a bless on him.
And he can play the organ really well with his face.
Yeah. That's the same thing I get when I look at that fucking idiot Santa Decides and any of his stupid Twitter accounts, because all of his shit is stuff like this. It's like, aren't you glad that the man didn't kill a school bus of children? Like if you agree and turn on notifications, and then like 100 people
screaming bus driver is on the
nice list. Also, Nazis are bad,
dude. After tomorrow, it's his time of year, baby. He's about to come back.
Oh, that's right. He's about to come back.
He's gonna be revving up.
Well, no, he made
get his account suspended.
He made a Halloween one to farm likes on.
What was it? Pumpkin Decides.
Pumpkin Decides.
See, Pumpkin Decides would actually be. That would actually be kind of funny. This was literally just a countdown to Halloween, and So, but the funny thing is, okay, countdown to Halloween. What do you think the content is? You think, okay, countdown every day he posts a new number. You'd think that'd be a piece of shit.
I'm gonna say stupid fucking memes that are like, spooky season is upon us.
Well, no, it's like even that
horoscopes.
Even that would actually be some content. But like it's literally just like what he does on the Santa side shit, where he's like, "Oh, you excited for Halloween? Turn on notifications if you are." It's 14. Like it's
to be notified when it's Halloween.
Yes, exactly.
31.
He just doesn't tweet the entire year, and then on Halloween,
till Halloween day.
It's Halloween, and everyone's like,
"You guys, we made it!" It's like the Leonardo DiCaprio wine glass gif.
Well, the annoying thing is,
well, he thinks he started a fleet. Like his whole pitch is that like he's a social media like manager and sensation, and like all he does is just start gimmick accounts and then bombard them across all his other ones, and each one it is like clockwork. Each one gets less followers and less engagement than the last, and it's He pitches it like he's a social media fucking phenomenon, and it's like you have one account that you are currently killing by whoring out 30 other accounts so that you can like legitimize your business and like sell your skills to Wendy's. And it's like
Everybody, go follow my new account. Countdown to Columbus Day.
We should do that, honestly. That would be funny.
Yeah,
But like, it
Columbus
pisses me off
decides.
because some of them do get engagement. Because again, it's like it's working on this NPC level brain. Like he has one just called "We Hate This," and it's just him being like, "Oh, we hate."
Oh yeah,
Pedophile. Again, it's just the standard size.
a pedophile.
It's just the standard
One in
size gimmick,
general.
but with, like, another. That's not the shit we're talking about as well. Like with like we hate this not pizza. He does negatives sometimes. Like yesterday he did not PewDiePie. So make a fucking we love this then.
What does that mean?
You're going against your own fucking gimmick. You fucking
we hate
lemon.
not PewDiePie.
Yeah, just start a new account. Call it "We Like This."
But what
and
pisses me off is
just make it
sometimes
be
they
just
do
as
work out
bad.
because the Halloween one popped off
We like
because
dogs.
on get this on when it was 69 days to Halloween he tweeted that and it got like 100,000 likes and it's like all right fuck this
me.
fuck this platform.
Fuck me, dude.
Why try?
PewDiePie is not
No,
on
no,
the
no.
naughty list.
TBH though,
I mean, comedy is legal.
I have a good feeling that he probably once a month for a batch of his accounts buys a big tweet just to
oh yeah,
just
yeah.
to
I'm
boost
yeah.
engagement on like
Yeah,
the 28-day
100%.
period and then like show it
Yeah.
to some fucking.
Probably.
I'm
I don't know.
sure.
Very sad.
I don't.
we should
I,
have so
I
many
honestly
comments
don't
they
believe.
had.
I genuinely do not believe that a tweet that says 31 days till Halloween has 100,000 likes.
No,
like
69
not
days
even,
till Halloween.
Or even,
So you
that
that's
even
what
less.
makes it
I
epic
really,
and based.
No,
Yeah.
I do not.
He's
I
Jack's
genuinely,
noble.
not even from like I can't understand this. Like I do not think the internet exists in that way anymore. Like he bought that tweet
Yeah.
100%.
He would have bought some
yeah.
of them,
I'm sure.
but even 100K is that's like quite expensive. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Probably like
I've ever
100.
done
But
it.
honestly, when you're
Well, you
a
can
guy
buy,
like
like,
Santa
a-
Decides,
Oh, go ahead, Dublek. Sorry.
I would say when you're a guy like Santa Decides who has absolutely zero creative endeavors outside of just tweeting,
Whoa.
which is in my opinion. Well, oh yeah, sorry, his fucking stupid
Yeah,
ass
did you not see
YouTube
the
channel where he runs
wrestling
around
thing?
in a
What the
cape.
Have you not
fuck?
seen?
He's got a
Yeah.
Twitch
I
channel
don't like
too,
his
dude.
Twitter, but we love the wrestling thing.
Oh yeah, we love the
That is
wrestling thing.
creative as all hell.
Yeah. But there's something that always, just to my core, and I don't know if you guys can agree with this or not. I'm pretty sure you guys do because we've talked about this before.
You wish you
But
got.
there's something at my core. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, my buddy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say. No, there's something that always irks me about like dudes who turn having a Twitter account into content where it's like,
It's
like
because that's what women
not
should
even
be doing, bro. Men need to go cut fucking wood.
you go cut wood, cut fucking logs, and then
Let
make their
women
son
make
come
the
out of their room
fucking
once in a while.
Twitters.
Fuck yeah.
But there's something about like just that mentality of like I'm creating content right now. I'm putting in work, and all you're doing is fucking tweeting. Like
Yeah.
there's something about that just
I know,
pisses me
and
off on a
if-
very
if,
specific
if
level.
you're creating, because there are
Yeah.
Twitter accounts that like do create content, like
Yeah, like the
images or
porn
videos.
accounts.
Yeah, like the Gooncave
Yeah,
accounts
exactly.
put a lot of effort. No, there's this
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
There's this one account. I think
They
you might follow
curate.
them, Doplex, but they make really awesome, like, it's like fake social media. It's like them scrolling through fake social medias, but they like make them really like weird and creepy. It feels like something out of like a Tim and Eric sketch. I wish I could shout them out because
Yeah.
they're really creative. They make these really awesome videos.
Yeah.
They probably put them on YouTube as well, but they're on Twitter.
Yeah, no stuff like that is
There's, like,
fine.
creative
Yeah,
stuff
like
like that where it's, like-
catatonic youths. Yeah,
And it was really cool shit.
like shit like that. That shit's super.
But when you're
funny.
just posting like other people's memes that you nicked, or you're just doing the
nuts are
Santa
out right
Decides thing where you're putting in the least amount of effort ever,
Yeah.
like, do you guys hate
I'm a
child
content creator.
Because I do. And then
because I
it's
do
like,
up.
all right, thank you.
What if someone made like a rival account for all of his, and one of them is like
Said, "No, I like."
One of them's like we love.
Yeah, and it gets more likes. They ratio them on every post.
yeah, we have a big, we make it big in the map community.
Can we make that Twitter
Yeah.
account
Dream-
just
dream
reply
is-
to
holy
every
shit, this
single
is my
tweet of
era.
his?
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank God for this account. They're bringing it back into style. Let's go.
Let's go. We're taking it back.
Could I just
Make-
Speaking of
Great
a
again.
bunch of asked us some questions in our Discord.
Oh yeah, let's
Oh,
answer
yeah.
this.
While we
Yeah.
pull that up, two things. First of all, Courtney maybe cut James saying we want it to be. Second of all, when the last time,
definitely cut that.
the
Yeah,
last
just
time-
delete the whole thing.
All right, so we're all this week. We're gonna start a new thing where we all get to read one question. So
One pregunta.
I'll go first. My question is gonna be from Chechi. what's that one game that you really, really want to play? It's probably on your library even, but for a reason or the other you never started or... God, I'm so stupid, man. What the fuck's wrong with me? What am I fucking doing, man? Why did I fucking so born, bro? Why did my parents bring me this?
Stop it! Stop it!
No, you're fine. Just get through. You got this, bro. I believe
Take a deep breath, brother.
What's that one movie? Fuck. What's that one game that you really, really want to play? It's probably on your library even, but for a reason or other that you never started and play it. For Andrew's ungamer ass's sake, let's also add the movie you really want to see it. But even when you can't decide to watch, you don't watch it. All right, I'm gonna put this up to Chechi's from Italy, and his grammar is kind of fucked because I'm confused. But for me, it's Silent Hill 3.
Okay, we still love you, Chechi.
And for me, it's Silent Hill 3. I'm assuming that's your game, Chechi. Oh yeah, I love you, Chechi. And your movie is Come and See. I made that about your mom.
Come and See is also mine. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't want to watch that movie, but I do. Like, I really want to, but it sounds...
I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of that.
It's like a Russian war movie, but it's meant to be the most, like, I guess, accurate war movie. Like, it's not like this... You know, Saving Private Ryan's kind of fucked up at times, but at the end of the day, it's like you get to have a cool adventure with your friends and save everyone and be a hero, kind of.
Yeah, when Vin Diesel's choking on his own blood in the middle of the street, getting shot in the back of the head in the rain.
Yeah.
Concerning Hobbit starts playing.
That was me with my boys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, he fucking.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
It's not. Yeah. I'm not saying Saving Private Ryan does not glorify war, but it's doesn't quite go to how dark it can get
in the history of media.
Yeah, like but like this Come and See one, I think it's like it is really, really. It's like it's not a horror movie, but it may as well be. Yeah, just about like war. I really want to see it, but I kind of don't as well. Same with that. There's that movie, fucking Dear Zachary. I kind of want to watch that, but I've also heard it's like you cannot watch that without crying, and it's a documentary.
Yeah, you have to be in a specific mood for certain movies where you're like, I know I need to watch this, but I need to be prepped to do it. Like I watched Schindler's List for the first time like forever ago, and it was the dead of winter. I watched it at night, and no one else was with me, and I just sat down and watched Schindler's List, and I got to the end of it, and I was like,
"Where's the list?"
That is what I was like.
And you got to the end of the movie and he immediately starts Googling Schindler's List explained.
Wait a minute, what was the list? I don't get it. But like that movie is heavy as fuck.
And the movie is like, what the fuck, yo? Like they made the Germans seem like such bad guys. What the fuck? Why'd they do that?
Just like 6 million.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
I think we're overstepping here, fellas.
Bringing back the 6 million doubtful allegations, because I'm definitely with that wave. Hold on, let's answer this. So my game, I am.
Full stop.
My game is probably Oblivion. I bought Oblivion years ago on like a Steam sale, and I've been aware of Oblivion for a long time, and I actually played Morrowind with my dad, and I love Skyrim. And like I've wanted to play Oblivion for so long, but then it's like every time I want to play Oblivion, I just play Skyrim, even though I know it's not the same experience. It's just like I go to play Oblivion and I'm like, man, this is probably epic, but like
but I could play Skyrim instead.
Yeah, it's so far. Like, playing Fallout 3 to Fallout New Vegas is not, like, that big of a gap. But, like, the Oblivion to Skyrim gap is, like a fucking...
It's a very different game.
It's pretty substantial.
And I'm sure Oblivion is so epic for its own reasons, but it's, like... I don't know, something in my brain every time. Like, I know it's wrong, but I'm just man, I just want to be a cool little guy with a sword. I know Skyrim will fulfill that. I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, Skyrim has that comfort factor. It's just like it just feels a little cozier.
Isn't there a mod or something that someone's been working on for ages called Sky Oblivion, where it's like they're remaking Oblivion in the Skyrim engine?
Yeah, they're doing it for Morrowind too.
Yeah, that could be one way to maybe bridge that gap. I don't know.
But the Skyrim engine is so fucking old at this point too. It's like,
it would still feel like an old game.
And just like, sick.
Movie wise, I would say it's probably the show Ozark. Well, that's not a movie, but it's probably the show Ozark. But only because it's like I get really affected by like negative shows. Like I always want to rewatch Breaking Bad, but I've only done it twice. I've only watched it twice in my life because it's like Breaking Bad fucks up like my whole month. Like it makes me so sad and like depressed.
I kind of feel that.
It's so disgusting feeling.
Such a good
and
show. But,
Ozark is basically like a Breaking Bad copycat. Not to put it down, Ozark is great, but it's just. What if this family sold drugs and they're rich? What if this rich white family in suburbia was selling drugs? Would that surprise you?
The Ozarks.
Would that surprise you?
Ozarks.
Yeah, they're also in the weird southwestern part of the country too. Would that scare you?
It would.
It's
It's
very blue.
Well, Better
I'll
Call
say
Saul is
that.
the same
watched
thing.
a
I
bit of
don't.
it.
I want to watch Better Call Saul, but it's just like, man, I'd rather I'll
such a
just
good
sit my
show.
white ass down and watch the Big Bang Theory again. Like I just want to be happy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel that.
I feel it. But Better Call Saul does give you the Breaking Bad vibes without getting too depressed, at least until like later on. But the early seasons, total.
Can I be honest,
cozy
Doplex?
moment.
Just the
Yes, of
general aesthetic of where you live makes me incredibly sad. Like not even as a joke.
Albuquerque
Like,
is pretty rough.
dude, the southwestern aesthetic of just everything is dead and orange. Like
Yeah.
it hits my brain in like such a weird way. It makes me so sad. I fucking
No,
hate
I
it.
100% know exactly.
That's
what
how I
I'm
feel
actually
about,
I'm
like,
going to
Western
Albuquerque
Australia
next month.
as well. It's kind of
Yeah.
similar, just like red dust and sandstone buildings and
Yeah,
It's
rocks.
like you're on Mars or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're on
Yeah.
Tatooine.
Yeah.
You just see the Mars rover going by, just beep booping his way across the desert.
That's delivering
up.
Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
I saw a video of one of
moving
those
game.
delivery bots getting
Oh,
hit
sorry.
by a train and it fucking
Dude,
explodes.
I saw
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Track, it was so
Soda
epic.
falls out.
It's lithium batteries, like
so funny.
Every time I see a video of one of those, I think like I'm just like, is that really like is that just someone's toy? Like there's no way they're actually delivering food with that.
Apparently they are.
Well, there was like food that fell out of it when it.
yeah,
got
you
hit
can,
by the
you can see a
train.
cup, like a little fucking McDonald's cup fall
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video of the guy taking a Snapchat of a delivery bot like across the road, and I guess someone was working on some like part of the underneath the road, and so they had a manhole like removed.
Oh yeah,
and he just like he's following it, and the delivery bot just goes disappears.
That's really funny.
It's like a Scooby-Doo trap that you could like,
Yeah.
you capture them for free food or something.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
weirdly feel
funny.
bad for them because they're like yeah.
That's exactly
No,
what it
let's
is.
have the
It's exactly what it
R2-D2
is.
scream. They
Yeah.
look like him too. Kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can do it.
Even though they're not like real or sentient.
That
There it
wasn't
is.
good. Sometimes I have to
That's
do
great.
it unnatural. It has to just come out. I can't do it.
Yeah,
on demand.
exactly. Yeah.
I love seeing.
But for me,
robots fail. Go ahead.
yeah.
Netflix.
No,
not
so
what
do
we're
I.
talking
But
about.
there's something that's like weirdly cute about them. I don't know. I think it's just like the
That's
beeps
how
and
they
boops
get
they
you,
do.
and
I
then
know,
we're
that
like,
is how they
we
get
become.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Because they're like
Yeah,
round
exactly.
and soft looking. They're kind of like fucking what's
Yeah,
it
they look
from
like little
Wally,
animals.
Diva or whatever. The
Oh
fuck
yeah,
Lemons.
yeah.
Eva.
Wally.
Yeah.
the round and
Yeah.
soft
I do
and
love-
big.
I
What's
do
the
love
robot
Wally.
from Wally called?
I do love Wally.
Yeah, I do love Wally as well.
Eva.
Eva.
Pussy. That's what he's really saying.
Pussy.
Pussy.
Pussy, and he went, "Wow."
It's a good ass movie.
Yeah, but for me, my game would probably be Halo.
Which one, brother?
Growing up, the first one,
Halo
Combat
Balls.
Evolved, because I was actually
I love Halo.
playing it a few nights ago. Yeah, I was playing it a few nights ago on the Master Chief Collection, and
The
like
Master Chief Collection.
growing up, I was always like a PlayStation boy, right? Like
Same
the
here.
only time I ever played Halo was whenever I'd go to my friend Tyshawn's house, like because he had an Xbox, so I go to Tyshawn's house and we play Halo, but like I could never play it at home because obviously I didn't have an Xbox. So now that I have an Xbox, I'm always telling myself like I need to get into Halo. I need to
You should
like
play
see
Gears
what
of
I've
War
been
after.
missing.
You specifically would like.
No,
Gears of War
I
a
actually
lot.
I do like no I do like Gears of War. Sabrina loves Gears of War.
Yeah.
She actually her and I used to play
Gears of War 1 and
like,
2's
the co-op.
campaigns are like fucking.
Yeah.
They're narrative masterpieces. Honestly, that's
No,
genius.
totally.
I had Gears
Yeah.
of War. Sorry,
And
I had
the
an Xbox,
game-
but
the
I never
gameplay's
played
super
Gears of War.
fun.
They just like slipped under my radar
Dude,
somehow.
Gears
Like I
of
knew it
War
existed.
just
I just didn't.
that
Yeah.
such that oh my god, just like the aesthetic, the world building, the
Yeah.
narrative, the gameplay. Like
It's a very Xboxy
oh
game.
my god, bro.
It is a very Xbox
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It is a lot of fun. I do
Now
I do
they
really
make
like
Fortnite.
the gameplay of the Gears series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
now
don't-
they make
Was that actually
Fortnite.
a
I don't mean to
Fuck.
steal Doplex's
Yeah.
game, but I would also have to say Halo because I was a Nintendo
Yeah.
PlayStation kid growing up.
Oh, that's
sure,
fair.
And I played a decent, like a chunk of the first Halo, and then me and James played through a chunk of Halo 2 on stream forever ago. And
what I want
it's
is
fucking epic.
Yeah,
and I really love
Halo's
games
a lot of
like
fun.
that. It's just such like it gives me nostalgia moment where I'm like, oh man, I remember
Well,
games like
the four
this.
of us should play through Halo 3 on Legendary because that was the first Halo with 4-player co-op.
Oh hell yeah,
Oh,
bro!
hell yeah.
I'd be super down.
I
I'd be
love
so
that game.
Me and my
fucking
friends used to do that every year, and it is such. It is a beautiful experience.
Me and my boy Hollis, shout out
Yeah.
Hollis, and we were like 13, 14,
Shout
just
out.
started high school. We would go around
May
to
rest
his house
in
was just
peace.
around the corner from school, and we'd go around there on like a Friday night, and we'd order in a big fucking Domino's pizza with stuffed crust and all the toppings, and we'd stay up till like 3 a.m. playing.
Dude, oh my
Halo
God,
3
I wanna-
such a
legendary.
vibe.
I'd fucking smash a baby's
That's
head
epic.
against my desk right now to have that experience.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It was like
Just
it was
one
one of those
more
first
time.
times I
That would
was allowed
make
to,
a
like,
great
stay up,
Beef
Yeah.
Boys video.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, it was
Well, that's the
fun.
thing. Like us PlayStation kids, we had Time Splitters. Like Time Splitters was our Halo
Yeah.
because it's very similar in gameplay. Like just the it also kind of looks
I
the
was
same. It's
had
hard to explain,
Battlefront
but
2.
Because it was on GameCube, wasn't it?
Time Splitter's fucking epic. Yeah, it was
Battlefront
GameCube and
2.
PlayStation 2. I think it also might have been on Xbox as well. But Time Splitters was fucking sick. But Halo, not even just the first Halo, but like Halo as a series, like to finish the whole thing and just catch up, you know, like because I always see like videos, like especially like video essays talking about how like, you know, legendary Halo was like the coolest fucking thing, and I get this weird like secondhand nostalgia for it, even though I didn't like experience it as
power,
viscerally as a lot of people did, like as
That's the
you know when they
power.
were kids as well. Yeah, so like that, I'd say Halo for me.
Power to
Bro.
the players.
You guys should all
Power
you guys
to
should
the
run through
players.
1 and 2, and then we should all play 3 together.
I played one.
I'd be down.
A disgusting amount back in the day. I played the demo for like 4 months straight before I was.
Combat
'cause I got it
Evolved's
on-
campaign is my favorite shit ever.
I got it on Christmas Day, and I played the demo so much. The demo had the Silent Cartographer level as the campaign, and it had Blood Gulch and the multiplayer map that's based on the Silent Cartographer. I can't remember what it's called. And the demo was so hot that there was mods for the demo, not for the main game. Like they only worked on the demo, but so many
That's
people
so
played the
epic.
demo.
That's
So
so
I had
you
like
used to be
all
able
these
to-
mods and
yeah.
shit. So
You used to
good.
be able to load
That's
you
epic.
used to be able to load the Halo Combat Evolved thing onto like a flash drive and then like bring it into school, and if you could just get it on one computer, you could basically LAN it across your whole network, and just like your whole
It's so
your whole
nice.
school would be playing. I don't know how it worked.
Yeah.
It just it was like I don't know. I don't even remember. But honestly, right now, you know how like when you pet a cat too much and they get like overstimulated and then they bite you because they just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that is.
Right.
I'm so nostalgic right now talking about this that like I'm like getting angry. Like I just
gonna
I
bite
look at
us.
my guitar and just like envision smashing my guitar for some reason.
right.
I don't know why.
But they just sound fun.
Dude, I miss
Yeah.
demo CDs. I had one of the
Yeah,
Pizza Hut
same.
ones. That
Yo,
Someone should make a video on that.
Jacob did
Same.
about that.
Someone
Yeah,
should make a video
exactly.
called Demo Discs.
Demo disc.
Demo disc.
But like
Demo
I-
discs.
the,
also
the
have
one
those
I
demo
had,
discs,
I
but-
remember it had Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Yes.
and
Metal
some
Gear Solid.
Spyro. Those are the only two I
Yeah,
remember
Spyro.
playing.
and Tomb Raider.
I played one with the Jimmy Neutron game on it. It was terrible. That's like the only demo disc. I'm too young for that. They
That's
were
rough.
kind of like phased out, and it was just the Jimmy Neutron
Yeah.
game that was bad.
Yeah, I used to love that shit. Because I had a GameCube too, and we used to
Yeah,
get this
that shit was
GameCube
epic.
magazine. I think it was called Cubed, and it like it had a demo disc, but like they had to print it on the stupid
Cubanon.
little like baby discs that they came on. It was just like I felt that the stupid company had to figure out how to
Yeah.
like reverse engineer these tiny discs.
Did you guys get Game Informer
Yeah.
through GameStop as a kid? Like did you guys have like the GameStop Power Pass or whatever?
No,
I did
not.
get those, yeah.
That's
I lived in-
I guess
I lived in
in
the
New
college.
Zealand,
What's
yeah.
COD?
We
Yeah,
had we had the big
dude,
games, but I don't know what the yeah.
Dude, I had that shit probably from I'd say literally 5 years old until they stopped I don't even know if they stopped doing it, but just no one did it anymore. Maybe
I think now they do it digitally.
yeah, like probably from when I was I would say literally from like 2003 until 2013 I had the GameStop Power thing, which all the money you spend, like you got points and you got free Game Informer every month and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like 2013. I was like, dude, what are the points on like and you get like a 1% discount on games. But I was like, I probably have a billion points. Like, what could I fucking get with this? Like, this is probably gonna be the
Yeah.
most epic day of my life. I'm going to GameStop right now, and I show up.
$5
And
off.
I literally had like 75,000 fucking gamer points or something, and like The only thing I could really get with it was like a see-through nunchuck that had an LED light in it.
Oh yeah, I
for,
remember
like,
that.
nunchuck.
Yeah.
That's so
For the
embarrassing.
Wii.
Yeah.
Fucking GameStop.
Fucking
The
GameStop,
company
man.
sucks
It's so
dick.
It's so
It sucks
depressing.
ass.
Yeah,
I think
I
fucking-
kind of feel bad
terrible.
that they're like having a
Yeah.
pivot to merch and their stores are dying because it's like, fuck
Yeah.
you.
I don't. I hope they
That's what I'm saying. I
fucking
don't feel
burn
bad
in
at all.
hell.
It's like, well, maybe you
Yeah.
shouldn't have been
I
so
hate that
fucking
company
scummy.
with a
On the flip
passion.
side, I guess it is
Yeah.
hard to like compete with like Target and Walmart and these companies that can like take
And Amazon.
they can take an L on game prices because they can make up for it elsewhere. When like if or you know because
Yeah.
games are like $20 cheaper at those places. It's like of course you're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I will say their exclusivity. Sorry, before we move on to the next one, their exclusivity fucking pisses me off because listen. I'm a bit of a Resident Evil geek, right? I bought the collector's edition for Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm kind of a gamer, and you can only get it through GameStop, and like it just burned a little piece of my heart having to give them my
Well, I
money.
can't play fucking. I
after
can't
they
play
banned
Resident
you for
Evil
eating
4
Skittles.
I can't play Resident Evil 4 Remake on fucking VR because it's only for you Quest fucks. So
No, it's a. Oh yeah.
you can only play it on. The
I mean, you
Quest
could. You could if you got. I think it's. I want to say it's called Side Quest, but you can do it.
Oh, really?
Hop on
It
the
is possible.
Zuck train, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll probably
Hop
just do
on
that
the
then. I
Zuck
didn't
Get
know
on the
you could do
Zuck
that.
train, bro.
Come
Because
on, dude.
I never
Yeah.
played Resident Evil 4 specifically, and it's like
Yeah.
most of the people I know or like people I watch are like that's the best one. I don't really. I think
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 is like flawless, so I don't really know. But
Yeah. No, totally.
I was like, oh fuck, they're making a VR remake. Like I'm gonna experience this for the first time in VR. This is epic. And then it was just like,
Yeah.
no, your $1,000 headset isn't allowed to use it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, but you can do it, and it is worth it to go through the hurdles to get it working on your headset.
You'll have to
'cause it's
show me
fucking
because
epic.
I
Resident-
didn't think you would be
yeah.
able to.
No, yeah, you totally can. I'll
Wait,
help
did
you
everyone
with that,
answer
'cause
this
Resident Evil
question?
4. I think so.
I
think
can't
we
remember
all
my
did.
game. I don't know. I've had like
My game
Hitman.
was Halo. I can't remember.
Yours was
a movie.
Halo. Yours was Halo. Probably.
I think Courtney's was Halo.
Yeah.
Now Courtney actually likes Halo a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I've had
Actually,
a
no,
co-
she
she
did
grew
grow
up
up playing
playing
Halo. Yeah.
How do I know?
I was
that
saying
you
like Courtney
don't,
was here the
Andrew?
whole time.
To be fair, I only know that because Andrew told me. He just forgot.
I forgot it.
Oh yeah.
I forgot.
I forgot it.
I've had a
Fuck
copy
you,
of
Courtney.
Hitman 3, like for
Just
the
kidding.
PS4. For
Oh,
like
dude, Hitman's epic.
Hitman's
year
great.
that I just haven't played.
Yeah,
so
Hitman's
probably
great.
that, I guess. I know I
Wait,
like
the
it.
new Hitman 3 or
new one, yeah.
the new Hitman 3 or the
New
old
one, yeah.
Hitman 3? Oh, okay. Yeah, the new Hitman 3.
No, it looks
is
awesome. I
fucking
love
Yeah, the new
Donkey's videos
Hitman
on it.
series
I
is
love the
very
fucking
fun.
Oni videos on it. It looks so
Yeah.
fun, and I just haven't played
Yeah.
it.
They're so
It's
goofy.
literally just been sitting on my shelf for
They're
like
so
a
goofy.
year. So
Yeah.
sick.
No, that's a
definitely
super fun
play it
series.
if you get the chance.
Hitman seems
Yeah.
like the perfect series for me because I just love like the stealth, like in Assassin's Creed.
same.
Like
Yeah.
I play Assassin's Creed like it's a Hitman game basically. Like I love
Yeah.
it, and you would think, and I probably would love Hitman, but I remember I went to GameStop in like 2004 Blockbuster, and I rented a Lilo.
Is it like the original
I
Hitman?
rented Lilo and Stitch, like the game, and I'm like 7, and instead of getting Lilo and
Yeah.
Stitch, there's Hitman in there, and I didn't realize, and I put it in my computer and I start playing, or not computer, in my like
Where's
PlayStation
Stitch?
2, and no, but I'm playing for like 10 minutes and I'm
Lilo?
just so confused, like what is this build up to, like
Where's
where
this
is
bald
when does
guy?
Lilo and Stitch
Yeah.
come into this, like, but then it just
Where
it
are
scared-
the aliens?
it like it scarred me because it's just like this like so abnormal looking fucking bald like
Andrew Tate
pale
Yeah.
motherfucker.
In like
freak
an
with,
Italian
like-
church. Yeah.
yeah, like it's like the PS1 or it might have been PS2 Hitman
It was PS2.
like is
Yeah.
like freakish looking, like it
It
Yeah,
is.
it's-
It is.
He does
It's
look
like-
creepy, yeah. It's like
he
the
looks
Witcher
like a
1.
fucking-
Geralt in the
Yeah.
Witcher 1 looks disgusting.
yeah.
There is something like inadvertently unsettling about that era of gaming. Like all games, even if they weren't horror games, they were still horror games. Just by technical limitations alone, they were
Yeah.
just scary.
There's something about the PS like 1 N64 era that something about those low polygons and the fact you can like almost see out of bounds and it's just a void.
Oh yeah.
There's something kind of
I
that's
love
why I
the
feel
It's a
like-
liminal space.
I love it too. It's very liminal.
Spyro
space.
avoids
If only
it.
there was some kind of sound effect that would
Yeah.
maybe epitomize.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, he's got it. That works. Hey.
Sorry,
someone give-
Duplex. I had to hit that one.
Don't please
No,
read
it's
the next
okay.
question or someone else, whatever.
Okay.
Wait, Go ahead.
This next question comes from Dragoon. They ask, got laid off today, so I want to ask the Beef Boys, do any of you have any good stories of a job quit or firing? Doesn't necessarily have to be yourself who quit or got fired. Anyone who did or said something awesome or crazy in that situation.
Yo,
first of all, sorry to hear that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
for
that
real.
sucks, dude.
You can
Fucking-
cancel your Patreon subscription.
You
we
will-
won't mind.
You will
Yeah.
bounce back better than ever, brother. Also,
Yes.
I'm dragooning these fucking employed balls all over your poor
Let's
face.
go.
Fuck you.
Let's go.
I was just kidding, bro. I'm poor too. Fucking. Let me think. Anyone has one
We
off rip?
dragoon balls and
I
solidarity.
don't really have like a super funny one, but I do remember I was working at like a stationery store just as like a part-time job through uni, and then I got offered like an actual job over summer to work in like a studio doing like actual what I was studying to do. And I was on the bus ride, and I lived with my manager from the stationery store. She was a lovely woman. But I remember I was on the bus home with my girlfriend at the time, talking about like, oh man, how am I going to tell my manager? Like she's you know, I live with her, and I don't think she'd get mad or anything. But I was like, I still feel like this is going to be kind of awkward or something. Turns out she was sitting behind us on the bus the whole time.
Are you serious?
She had her headphones
Holy
in,
fuck.
and she also didn't realize we were in front of her.
Oh, okay. That
God.
I was telling her, I was like,
oh
shit.
yeah.
That's like some fucking like TV show.
No, literally.
Like that.
Yeah,
that,
that's
that
like
would
your
happen
heart,
in like
like
a plot
punches your
sitcom.
dick because it falls so fucking hard into your
Yeah.
stomach,
Yeah.
like when you see her.
Exactly.
But no, it was
Yeah.
it all went
That's
good.
fucking
She was very
wild.
happy with me. We ended up living together for a couple more years.
Oh,
You
that's
lived
wild.
with your boss?
She's only like a couple years older than us.
You lived with her?
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, well, because we had a flatmate move out and we needed someone else to move in, and then I was working at the time, and she was looking for an apartment, and we were like, "Hey, you can come
That's
with us."
epic.
She was like, "All right, yeah."
That's cool.
I also lived with my boss at one point. He was a fucking cool dude. Which actually, my story is
He like
where I
fires
worked with
he
this guy.
fires you and then he's like, "Yo, why aren't you paying rent? What the fuck?"
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
Fucking idiot, dude. What the hell?
Yeah. No, he was a cool guy. Him and I were actually really good friends. But
He's a really big dick
this is
and
when I
his
worked
balls
at
are
Rest in
fat
peace.
as hell.
he was kind of
Tom's,
fucking
like, super
sexy too,
tasty.
and like
His
he would
name's
come out of his
Sabrina.
balls. I've never seen that before. But fucking, I got fired from there because I worked with this chick who was infuriating, and
Mildly?
I was yeah, r/mildly infuriating.
She was.
I
she
was,
gooncaving.
She was r/Gooncaves. But I was a young lad, you know. I think I was like maybe 17 at the
Just
time.
slapped
and,
her boobs around out of pure anger. Just like
yes.
went, they're like, you can't
Fuck
do that,
you.
Amir.
You're not allowed.
What?
But so we worked at a candy store together, the Sweet Factory, and she was just getting on. She would always get on my nerves. We were cool after, like we became friends and stuff. But like just at the time, she would get on my fucking nerves because I would have to do everything. And I think I remember it was like a rainy day. I was just in a bad mood, and like she said something to me. I don't even remember what it was, but she said something to me that was like very just like offensive. I don't remember what it was, but I got
Called you a
upset.
slur.
She called me a
What do you
fucking
say?
wetback.
Yeah.
Do you mean like,
Yeah.
do you mean like offensive to you or just annoying in general?
I don't remember.
Okay, sure.
I
Or
don't
the
remember.
Great
This is a long
People
time
of
ago.
Mexico.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
aggravated you somehow.
Towards my people.
She said
Yeah.
Resident
Well,
Evil sucks.
anyway,
and
so-
you're like,
yeah. So our job was outdoors and it was raining, and I just
The
like
candy was
without
getting
thinking,
wet.
like I just yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
what? The candy was outside?
Well, we had like an
them.
awning. It was a kiosk.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, you know, we had like a shelter.
Picks
for
up
it.
like one of those
But,
Mexican candies and she's like, "This is the worst
Yeah.
candy here."
and throws it at me and then calls me a wetback.
Oh, Christ.
but it was
She
raining.
calls me a beaner.
You and
Yeah,
Dios
yeah, it
mío.
was raining. I kill her. But yeah, so it was raining, and I was walking to go do something. I think I was walking to like the storage room, and there was a wet floor sign that they would put outside. So the wet floor sign, I barely tapped it with my foot, right? Because it was just like out of frustration. Like I didn't like full on like kick this thing. I tapped it with my foot, and the wet floor sign collapsed and slid because it was like it was kind of on a slant, and it slid, and then there was this mom and her kid. The wet floor sign, and this is the stupidest shit ever, tapped this kid's shoe. Like, it tapped his shoe. Like, it didn't hit him in any meaningful way. It just slid across the food court and then just, like, tapped his shoe. And this was, like, the whitest mom you can ever imagine. Like, just the definition of a Karen. And she sees this brown man who just, in uniform, this fucking wearing khakis and a polo with the fucking logo on the shirt. And he's like, you know, she's probably thinking this working class motherfucker did not just harm my kid. So it tapped his shoe.
Needs to be amputated.
Yeah. And actually no, I remember I wasn't going to the store. I was leaving for the day because I remember I went to the bus. So I left, and the wet floor son kicked this kid's shoe, and this fucking bitch and her stupid dumbass little son came over and got my manager's number and called, and they fired me because the wet floor son tapped his shoe.
What?
And I got fired. Yeah.
Dude, I hope she's dead.
That's reason. That's reason 101 why I don't fuck with white women.
Yeah, straight up. It's funny because I already knew it was coming. Like when I saw when I just saw it tap his shoe, and in the back of my mind I was like, "There's no way she's gonna complain about that," because obviously it was an accident. It wasn't like my intention. But when I saw her like look up at me and then start walking towards the key, I was like, "Oh, she's gonna get me fired."
Yeah,
Dumb fucking whore.
You should have just gone for it at that point. You should have just like
actually
started
killed
screaming
decked
at
her
her in
son.
Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to get charges pressed on me. Actually, I think that was a conversation. I think it was like, they're not going to press charges. But I'm like, why would they? I didn't do anything. I didn't hurt the fucking kid.
He comes back to the mall and the kid's in like a full body cast.
Yeah.
Not to inflame the East Coast West Coast beef, but I feel like that's such a West Coast thing to do. Like an East Coast parent would like backhand
totally
their
is.
kid for getting in the way of the wet floor sign. Like there's no way my mom goes to bat because a fucking wet floor sign hits me. Like that's so like pathetic.
That's the thing.
Her and
Yeah,
her
but that's
son,
the thing.
she
This
probably
mall
like
is
molested
really
her
bougie.
son, and now he's like a fucking he's like 30 and sucking milk from her fucking disgusting old kid still.
Probably.
Fucking freaks.
That's okay, baby. You don't have to work. You
She's extracting the adrenochrome from his fucking neck.
From his skull.
And injecting it in her eyeballs. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there's that, and then the GameStop story, which I've told before, and I also have a video on it, which you can see. Fuck GameStop. Anyway, you guys?
I think I told this story
I've got
before, maybe,
none.
but I worked at Ruby Tuesdays for like not even a year, maybe like 7 or 8 months, and it was right before COVID started, but I didn't know that. But basically, I wanted to quit because it was just pissing me off, and it sucked, and I hated being a server.
Yeah.
So, or I was a bartender at that point, but I hated it because of my bosses. I've told the story about how I got in like a big fight with one of my bosses and kind of punked him, and from there on out, I was kind of just like not in the good graces. And even before that, I was just like so pissed. And if you work in restaurants, like your coworkers are all degenerate freaks. Like it's the worst environment.
Heroin addicts.
Yeah, like it's terrible. But so all of the bartenders except me, because I was pretty new, were all going to the head bartender's wedding that weekend. So they literally everyone that knew how to tend the thing called bar were gone.
Yeah. Everyone knew how to speak.
Yeah, they were like 500 miles away in like North Georgia, like having a destination wedding. So I wanted to quit, and I wanted to quit in a way that would hurt the restaurant. So
you set it on fire.
Yeah. I walk out and fucking like light a cigarette and take one puff and throw it into the fucking oil.
And walk away from the explosion.
Yeah. Don't even look back. But
but you still get blasted.
I die, yeah.
Oh!
Ow!
Just the timing.
Vin Diesel lied. Fucking. So, basically, and at this point, they were having me do like food deliveries in the morning to just like places that would order like 800 pounds of like garden bar salad appetizers and stuff to like their stupid jobs and like as like a treat for their. So I'm like, I come in early and I have to do that, and then I have to go work at the bar for like a double because no one's there, and I'm scheduled all weekend for the next 4 days. I'm doing doubles every single day. Oof, and no one is there. Yeah, like they didn't even consult me about it. They were just like, this is what you're doing. So
sorry,
I was like, fuck it, I'm taking this I also remember this was the first day I saw someone wearing a mask, and I was like, this was in February, so this dude was like ahead of the curve, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? But I don't know.
Yeah.
I just remember that. But so I took the delivery, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not coming back. So I took the delivery. I dropped off like 3/4 of the food, and I just didn't give them the rest. I took it.
Yeah.
I went home and ate it. Every manager, even the managers that aren't working that day, are calling me trying to find out where I am. They're leaving me voicemails.
Yeah.
It goes from like angry. It goes from like, where are you, to did something happen? Like they're worried. Then they're angry. Then they're like pleading. And then it's like, one of them left me a voicemail that was like, fuck you, you fucking piece of worthless shit. I hope your fucking
serious?
family die. Yeah, like they like going in.
What the fuck? Do you still have that voicemail?
No, I fucking
Shit, that would have been so epic.
when I switched phones recently, it went to this new voicemail service that like people can leave video voice. It's just like deleted all my old voicemails. I had so many funny voicemails from over the years saved, but
that's fucking
and then
crazy.
I basically,
why would they do that?
They were just, that's how restaurants are. Like the middle
the restaurant
management
business is crazy.
Middle management are
Yeah,
just as
true.
much of degenerate. They're just the degenerates that worked hard, or not even worked hard enough. They just
that make
they
$3
took his
more.
they took so much shit that the guy was like, hey, fuck it, if you want to take more shit, become a manager.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
And then I just
You
went
get a new
home.
apron.
I went home. I didn't show up. They had to close the bar the whole weekend, and then COVID happened. They closed down for a month and then never reopened because they went broke and closed the restaurant.
Oh hell yeah!
Let's fucking
So-
go.
That's a fucking
It's
double
epic.
5 for her.
That's
James got a bunch of
epic.
free food out of it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I took some ribs and some. They deep fried their croutons, so I had like just a ton of deep fried croutons and ribs, and it just
Sounds
fucking.
delightful.
I'm just watching my phone go crazy,
epic.
and I'm just eating ribs and croutons.
Yeah.
It tastes
the
all
bread starts
that
to
much
burn
sweeter.
around
Just
you.
like,
So much better. Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah, honestly, I can never judge anyone from walking out of a food industry job.
Yeah.
Like the only job I've ever just walked out on was a fucking fast food restaurant. Just because it's just no one should be subjected to that. So shout
Yeah.
out all
Oh yeah,
our
fast food. I can't
workers.
even imagine.
yeah, I worked at Papa John's for like 3 months total, and I was like, nah, fuck this,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah,
This shit
it
sucks.
Shaquille
I think
O'Neal
Pizza
came in
Hut's
and
like
punched you in the
surprisingly
face.
good to. Yeah, you're the papa.
Delete Andrew from this.
I was there
conversation.
when that happened. It was very funny. I think I've told that on Beef before.
Oh
though.
yeah. I think you
yeah.
mean you're in the room.
Yeah, I was there watching him
You were
say it.
on
I was
the
like,
you were on the
Yeah.
call with the board and the investors when he dropped.
yeah,
you
I was
in.
I was the snitch. I was the one that got
You're
him fired.
John Shatner.
Yeah.
Say it. You told him to say it. You're the one like, just say it, dude. It'll
Oh,
be
bud,
funny.
just be
Come on,
funny.
say the
Drop it.
N-word.
Do it.
Yeah.
If you hard R,
Comedy
bro,
is
it'll
now
be really
legal.
funny.
It is now legal in Papa John.
This one's from Schneebles, and they say, "Is there a meme that you'll always find funny that will never die for you?" Conversely, has there ever been a
Being
meme that
Dynasty
you hated
pussy.
so much that you celebrated its death? Yes, absolutely. There's quite a few.
I
feel like.
swear we were just
There's a
talking
lot.
about memes that are like a joke format that we never get tired of, and I can't remember what
It's
it was.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take that one because we were talking about that, and that is one for me. So there's a joke format that's only been up the last few years where it's like it'll just be a funny montage of like or not montage. It'll be like a it'll be like a
I know what
video
you're
of someone
talking
like
about.
cutting a watermelon really cool on TikTok, and then it'll be like cut. It's just watermelon from different angles, and then just for 2 seconds it's the Vine boom and two guys making out, and then it just goes back to cutting in the
But it's
music.
just spliced in
That
so
is a
like
good
so
format.
naturally. Yeah.
With like music. Yeah.
Yeah,
that would
But the one I
that
just
will
sent to
never
the
not
group
make
chat
me laugh.
recently
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
with Bob Odenkirk like
It's
watching,
so
and then it
funny.
happens, and he goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's
This
also
is
the
more
one
of a-
with The Rock going. Boom.
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
yeah."
This is more of an edit, I guess. But anything where it's like someone goes, and then they just fade away and
yeah.
disappear.
That was the
Oh,
other one I
yeah.
was gonna
That
say.
has
It
been
gets
funny
me
for the last
every
like
time.
7 years on YouTube, and it always will
Yeah.
be.
I literally
makes me
used it in my
laugh
video
every
like
time.
last week. It's
Yeah.
always a classic. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that shit
There's
makes
also a
me
lot of
bust
memes that,
up every
like,
time.
I feel like didn't get like a full lifespan. Like One Bad Gloop was so fucking funny. You guys
No.
remember that?
One
No.
bad
Bad
bloop
gloop,
and I
you should do
doink
what
and I
I
binky.
yoinky.
One bad yoink.
That shit was so
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
funny, and it only lasted like
I
a
love that
week,
one.
and
But
it was
that's
done.
Yeah, and it's like
makes
this
it
weird
good, though.
cat like looking in the fucking.
Yeah,
like a-
but it's so
It's
fucking
good.
See, that's what
funny.
makes a meme good because if it last
Yeah.
for too long, like you end up with like the Ugandan Knuckles, where it's like, okay,
Or Among Us.
all right. Once it
Yeah.
starts making it to those weird like Russian kids channels, they're like just designed to like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
rot children's brains
Exactly.
or whatever. It's
Yeah.
over. So I think
That's always
any
good.
meme that isn't in
Yeah.
that, you're probably doing all right.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, it
Yeah.
seems like the Yelp one that we just said, James. I feel like that's quite mainstream. Like a lot of people see that, but it's not something you can like overdo. Really, like I feel like you couldn't
Yeah.
if you tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of preserves its like it doesn't feel overdone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think the perfect example is steamed hams, because like
Steamed hams.
that was such a banger of a meme.
That's true.
That like went so fucking stupid big and then just like faded out into like a perfect, like it didn't overstay its welcome.
There were a lot of
But,
memes like
at the
that in
same
like
time.
2017,
Yeah.
2018. Like, you touch on my spaghetti. Like that one got old pretty fast. But
Spaghetti.
the first time I saw that, it was funny as fuck. There's no denying.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about ones we
I
had?
think
I
Actually,
celebrated
Uganda
Dat
Knuckles
Boy's
does piss
death.
me off. Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty sick of
Oh
that one.
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
like that boy
Yeah,
for
Dat
whatever.
Boy.
It
Dat
never
Boy.
it never
Yeah,
tickled a funny bone
it was never
for
funny.
me.
I never
I
liked
was
it, but it was
like,
just like
"Yay!"
I was like I could appreciate seeing it. I was just like, it is that boy.
I didn't-
I didn't
They're not
hate it.
lying.
It is that boy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think by the end of it, I was like, okay, this needs to go.
Yeah.
I think Uganda Knuckles is what annoyed me, just because not so much like the meme, the meme itself, but just people constantly saying, "Do you know the
Yeah.
way?"
Do you
Like
know
that
the
shit
way?
fucking.
People
gave
still
me
say that
AIDS.
on games.
I know. Yeah, people still say that, and it's still like, dude, come on.
Comedy's
Stop,
legal
bro.
on Twitter.
You're
man.
outing
That's-
yourself.
Comedy
is legal on
I don't know what
Twitter.
to say.
We should name the episode that, like, comedy is legal on this podcast again.
Comedy's
Oh,
legal
yeah.
on
That's a
Comedy
good.
is
That's a banger
illegal.
title. That's a good
Yeah.
title. I like
Yeah.
Comedy is
Uh,
not legal.
Fucking, I think a meme I celebrated. It's honestly, I can't think of a specific one, but basically anything that goes big on TikTok, I hate, basically. And it's not
Yeah.
even because it's TikTok. It's just like, man, it sucks. You suck.
Yeah.
The thing
Yeah.
that makes a meme suck is when too many people do it, and
Yeah.
that is basically the
ethos.
that
of
is the
TikTok.
building block of TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Is everybody doing the same thing and
Yeah.
thinking they're talented?
Yeah.
Yeah.
or it's not even. This isn't a meme format, but like, stop zooming on yourself when you make jokes with your phone like this.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
end
Yeah.
that. I don't,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to phase that out. It's not funny.
Yeah, we need to stop.
You've
that.
got to
play
figure
that
out a
out.
different way to accentuate your punchlines.
Yeah, to emphasize things. Yeah.
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 And we're not talking about punch-ins. We're talking about like that TikTok form.
Yeah,
you
a
use
punch
your
in is
finger.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly like that.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
That is exactly. What
I'm on TikTok.
Courtney, do a lot of zoom ins on Doplex when he does.
Yeah.
Well,